Hello everyone, my name is Legendary and this game is Rise of Kingdoms. Is Julius Caesar underrated? Let's find out in this video because I have done some 1 versus 1 test and I found some amazing things about him. There was some amazing results and I want to talk a little bit more and I want to talk in details regarding that because apparently Julius Caesar still has a utility in Rise of Kingdoms. Hello everyone and welcome back to another Rise of Kingdom video. Today I'm going to talk about Julius Caesar. On my previous live stream, I have done some 1 versus 1 test and people were keep spamming in the chat, try Julius Caesar, Ronnie, try Julius Caesar, use Julius Caesar. In the end, I did use Julius Caesar and I used Alexander with Julius Caesar. I'm going to make sure that I'm going to post some clips from my live stream so you can see the reports and you can see the battle as well. It was Alexander with Julius Caesar against Attila and Takeda. Am I getting my ass whooped? Oh wow, that was too good. Oh, look at my severely wounded. Wow, there's 20,000 more severely wounded. Freaking Attila Takeda. Oh, there you go, look at that. 36,000 versus 26,000. Alex and Julius Caesar versus Alex and YSG is gonna look pretty bad for me, but I'm gonna do it. I think I'm getting too much skill damage from that YSG. Am I winning? Alright, I'm freaking winning. Are you crazy? Oh, I beat him so bad. Alright, Attila Takeda versus Alex and Julius Caesar. I am doing some damage to that Attila Takeda, that's for sure. It looks like I'm demolishing him as well. You are winning again. I'm beating this Attila. Interesting the synergy that it actually works between them. No reason to let it go all the way down. I'm just gonna give him a lot of severely wounded. Oh, that went better than great. So counter rallies now with Alex and Julius Caesar against Attila Takeda. That's amazing. The results were really amazing. You probably have seen the clips or you probably have seen the reports. And I was super hyped. And I've tried it for the second time as well. Honestly, when I saw the second time that he's actually winning, I said, okay, Julius Caesar might still have a utility and gotta talk a little bit more in details about it. Where can we get the sculptures from Julius Caesar? It shows over here. You can get it from the tavern, from the expedition. I mean, don't expect from the expedition to have a very high chance. Universal Sculptures, the Mightiest Governor. In the Mightiest Governor is right at the beginning of the kingdom. If I'm correct, is either the second or the third mightiest governor that you have in the kingdom. From the tavern, you can get a big chunk of Julius Caesar. But what I have noticed throughout maximizing or throughout keep opening keys, Julius Caesar had the lowest drop rate among the auto legendaries. Maybe that was just my bad luck. You never know. Can you max legendary commanders from gold keys? That's very hard. Free-to-play low spender, that's very hard. If you're a high spender, you'll probably keep buying the Living Legend bundle and at some point the keys pile up and you do max legendaries. My recommendation is, if you do plan to max Julius Caesar, the best way where you can actually max Julius Caesar is through the daily special offer, and they don't mention that over here. When you go to the shop, you have the small price, big value, the daily special offer, and I'll be very honest, this is the cheapest way how you can max a legendary. I'm also going to post a picture so you can see the order of these commanders, because you're looking right now, I have Mehmed. It all starts with double C. He is the first one and the last one is YSG. My commander is Mehmed, and after Mehmed I'm gonna have Richard, and which is going to be the last. There's a total of 8 commanders over here. Buying these chests every day guarantees you 1 sculptures. You can get way more than 1 sculpture, so don't lose hopes like, oh my god, this is gonna take a lifetime to max a legendary. No, it's not gonna take a lifetime, but it does take a couple of months. I would say 2-3 months. It all depends on your luck on gold keys and all depends on your luck on the daily special offer. But I got 13, I got 14, I got even 15 sculptures. 8, 6, 4. 1 is very rare. I'm not sure, maybe on Julius Caesar I got a couple of times 1, but since I'm working on Mehmed, it's like 4 and 6, kind of the average. Maybe just Julius Caesar is a little bit unlucky, the uncrowned king. You're probably wondering, alright, so you got a max skill legendary. Why aren't you get him to level 60? Why would I need to get him to level 60? Julius Caesar, he is a second in command and most likely will always be a second in command I don't have any plans or any reason to get him to level 60. Leadership commanders, they just work much better as a second in command, exactly like you saw in the clip. It was Alex first leading infantry with full infantry and Julius Caesar as a second in command. A couple of exceptions might be commanders for mix of troops, like some of the very new commanders, maybe Theodora or YSS, which I have seen him a lot in Garrison being used with mix of troops and doing some wonders. Some other mix of troops commanders that actually do very well. Everyone knows about Ethelflaed. Ethelflaed that's pretty decent as well. But Julius Caesar, apparently as a second in command, still has a utility. What I actually believe that Julius Caesar will have more utilities now, I would say that counter rallies. We tested him on the field with Alexander first. Does work great against Attila and Takeda. Probably nobody expected that. At least me, I didn't expect that. I would say that counter rallies with Alexander and Julius Caesar might just become a thing. I definitely want to test it on my next KVK because when you get rallied, pretty much everyone does Attila Takeda. That's well known. This is nothing that we need to hide about it. It's pure simple. Everyone does Attila Takeda, even if the traits are not as great, because Charles and Theodora can defend very well against Attila and Takeda. It's the only rally that nobody will ever swarm Attila and Takeda. That's why everyone rallies with it. If you do counter rallies, your flag is getting rally and you control the field, or pretty much at least your side of the field. You can 100% counter rally with Alexander and Julius Caesar and most likely get some very good trades on that rally. Severely wounded wise, because you will not cause them dead unless they have full hospital. Would you counter rally another counter rally? It all depends on the situation. Alexander and Julius Caesar can be swarmed, can be one of those rallies that can be swarmed. If you have options like Guan Yu and Leonidas, I would be more inclined to go with Guan Yu and Leonidas or go Guan Yu and Alex. Call some AoE just in case there are a little bit of marches around. You never know. Guan Yu and YSG, no, not so much. I would rather try to get some commanders to boost my rally on infantry. Couple of things to mention. A counter rally has around 2 million, 2.2 million troops depending on your alliance technology. It will have a much higher impact. So my test on the field battle was a 1 versus 1, so 210k march versus a 240k march, because it's the 4th skill of Julius Caesar. I didn't want to neglect that. It's his benefit of having more troops on the battlefield. Now imagine going against a 1.5 million rally with a 2.2 million rally. That would be pretty devastating on the amount of severely wounded you can cause to a rally with this counter rally. I'm looking forward to it, and this will pretty much be his utilities. If there's gonna be any more other utilities, I heard about Genghis and Julius Caesar that can also work pretty well. Most likely some other marchers can also work with Julius Caesar. He seems to be pretty good. If you're asking me, does it worth maximizing Julius Caesar? No, I wouldn't spend universals. If you do want to maximize it from the daily special bundle, yes, that's exactly how I maximize mine. Because I just want to have more options, more max legendaries. You never know in the future how pairings will work, or you never know which commander they introduce and Julius Caesar might just become a key from the daily special offer, which is not really expensive. But universal sculptures I wouldn't spend on Julius Caesar. They're much better specialization commanders that you want to work on. You have Guan Yu, you have Alex, you have Constantine if you do want, Charles Martel or some other infantry or some other cav commanders or various other specialization commanders, which is much better to spend universal. This is what I call side projects. For me, I mean, that's the name I kind of gave it, because these commanders is something that I don't really need, like even Mehmed. I don't really need Mehmed. I'm just maximizing it because it's worth it from the daily special offer, gold keys, and so on. Like Siondiok was also a side project. Haven't spent any universal. Mehmed is also a side project of mine, which I'm expecting him in about a month and something to be max. I would hope really soon, because I do have a very strong feeling that as a second in command, Ishida might have a utility. So I want to find that one as well. Mehmed already is well known as utilities, I don't have to mention it, especially on rallying with Siege once you obtain his expertise. If you want to rally cities in KVK, he was the great in Sunset Canyon. So all these leadership commanders, they all have a utility. I just couldn't find Julius Caesar utility so far. except the fact that it brings like a whole lot of troops capacity if you want to do like a big reinforcements either in a garrison or in a rally. But now I was super hyped about him countering Attila and Takeda, and I'm looking forward. I'm not sure if it was actually Alex, the one that was doing the most damage and the shields, or was it the amount of troops that I had, or is it actually Julius Caesar, the one that is empowering so much the march? It still eludes me a little bit why it worked so well. I do have expertise on Julius Caesar, maybe that's something they reworked Julius Caesar, who knows, but it's working. I mean, the proof is out there, it did counter Attila and Takeda. If you do have a max Julius Caesar, I'll bring him on the battlefield. I mean, why not? There is also Frederick, which you can include it in one of the leadership commanders on the tier 1, which I also have it maxed. I use it the same with Siege. I do Frederick and YSG. That's why my Frederick is level 60. For flags, you want to use specific specialization commanders. They give you the best results. For example, like Genghis and Saladin, like Edward and YSG, like all these specific commanders to boost that one type of troops that you're using in the rally will bring you way better results. With a couple more tests, we can find some other pairings worth it for Julius Caesar. As a side note, I tried Alex and Julius Caesar in Sunset Canyon, and it just didn't work. It didn't work for me. Mehmed is also very close on being maxed, and I can't wait to max him out and obtain his expertise so he can do a lot more AoE, another 200 damage factor. I want to see if that's gonna make a difference on him, especially in Sunset Canyon, because that's where I use Mehmed right now. They definitely need a little bit of a rework. Not sure this was a rework, I just think that it was just a pure working situation with Alex and Julius Caesar. But all these leadership commanders, they do need a little bit of a dev touch, just need a little bit of a something, because right now their utility is very limited, like just some couple of places, and they can be easily replaced even on those couple of places. Alright my friends, that was pretty much about this video. Like I was mentioning, I was super hyped about Julius Caesar and did want to do like a separate video. Nobody watches a 2-hour live stream or 2.5-hour live stream just to find out a 5-minute moment in the live stream. There you have it. I would definitely recommend trying some counter rallies on your territory when your flags are being rallied with Alex and Julius Caesar and see the results, see if it's worth it. I would say that it might just worth it a little bit more than a Guan Yu. You never know. Until next time, this is your boy Johnny signing off. Peace out, yo, and take care. See you on the next one, and stay safe out there.